Hi everyone, welcome to Monday's strength training. We are going to be doing shoulder stability and legs. So starting us off, we're going to do hip cars, all right, in a kneeling position. So I've created a square through here. I'm going to go the biggest range of motion I possibly can, as long as I'm not altering my core, swaying, arching my back, tucking, okay? I'm going to go, that's one direction, here's the other. So 1 and 1. Here's 2 and 2. I'm focusing on my knee is the one that's creating the circle. I'm not worried about my foot going around. So whatever my knee is going to do. So those were good reps. Here's some bad reps. I just tuck. Right, you see how all of this is moving? All right, again, staying as quiet as possible through here as you're getting the biggest range of motion. So that would be 1 and 1. That would be 2, right? Then go in the opposite direction. And that would be 2. So it's going to be 4 sets of 6 reps per direction, per side. And that's your activation for your legs. All right, now the hip cars that you did earlier, that's part of your warm-up, your activation. You can go back and forth with some of your warm-up squats. That's fine. But once you start putting some weight on the bar and you're working up to those loads, don't want you to do anything in between those, okay? So we're going to be doing pause below parallel box squats. So I'm testing my box, making sure that my hips or my hip crease is going to be below parallel. All right, so for me, that's a good range. I have my hip crease that's right below my kneecap for that. Okay. As I do this, I'm going to pretend that the box is not even underneath me. I'm sitting on it when I get here, but I'm not relaxing out of it, changing my pelvis position. I'm squatting as if the box, like I said, was never there. My hips stay in alignment, come right back up. Nothing moves forward or backwards in this position, comes right back up. This is going to be 4 sets of 6 reps. All right, warming up our shoulders for our shoulder stability today is going to be prone, face down, overhead presses. Now, I've talked about these before where I want you guys to act like you're creating a W. So I'm going to be externally rotating while I'm doing this position, okay? All right, so I've got that slight external rotation, and I'm trying to keep that feeling even as I press. That will help me not shrug into my neck. It'll help me pull my shoulder blades down where we want them to be. It'll give me a chance to really open up those shoulders and have the shoulders and the shoulder blades be in a better position as I'm moving around and as I perform other exercises later. Our next leg exercise is going to be in transition leg press, okay? So for this one, we're just going to go legs in front of the hips, all right? Playing around where I need to put my feet. I'm about 5'4", and I'm going to put the ball of my foot where the bend of the platform is, okay? I'm going to push out. I'm going to bring one down. Now, as I'm going to press up, this one's going to come down at the same time. So I'm trying to consistently move them, same speed, simultaneously. I know I'm not going to nail it perfect every time. One leg might get here faster and this one's still pushing. Just try to keep it as smooth and steady as you can. This is going to be 5 sets of 8 reps per leg, right? So 1 and 1, 2 and 2. Continuing with legs is we're going to use a sled and a harness. You could wrap this around your waist if you wanted to. It's fine. You're going to go 4 sets of 20 reps lateral sled walk. I'm trying not to lean completely in this direction, but I am going to have some lean to it. But I'm trying to find that balance of I'm still standing up straight instead of my weight is the one that's moving the sled, okay? So like I said, it's going to be 20 steps. Let's say I'm 10 into it, 11, 12, it's pushing again, 13, 14. That's the kind of count we're looking for. You're going to be supersetting your lateral sled walks with dumbbell overhead hold, single arm dumbbell overhead hold. So I'm going to go 30 seconds per side, making sure I'm not shrugging, I'm not leaning, my traps are pulled down, my arm is locked out, trying to stand as tall as I can and look as balanced as possible, like I said, without arching my back or leaning, anything like that. So 5 sets of 30 seconds per arm. Your third movement you're going to be supersetting is kneeling Palloff presses, okay? So I'm going to bring this out, center of my chest. We're using a rope today just for some different grip. And I'm going to keep it right in the center of me, kneeling nice and tall, being controlled as I press that out. So it's going to be 5 sets on 5 sets, 10 reps on one side. I'm just going to turn over. I did pay attention to what hand was on top. Not that it matters, but for today, I had my outside arm on top, but it could definitely be the other way around. So I at least want to remember that when I turn around, my outside arm or my farthest arm, that's the one that's going to be on top while you're holding the rope.